What's up, Who fans? This is Gary with Hobby Lottery, and today I want to talk about Mo Bamba and why he's back on my radar, not only as just a player that I like, but also as a potential guy I might buy some rookie cards of. So here's the thing with Mo, man. I'm looking at, right around this point, a couple games ago, and I tried to zoom in a little closer so you guys can view this on mobile, but he put up two 17-point games, and then he had 12 rebounds, 7 rebounds. He had 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block in one game. I'm like, man, he's starting to look like he's got his confidence now that he's actually getting some playing time. And in those games, he went 24 minutes and 27 minutes. Then down here, his minutes started to taper off a little bit, where he only got 19. And, he had 2 bad games, but I was still kind of watching him, and I'm like, his shot seems to be falling more. He's getting better with his screen setting, and he's rebounding better, even though he still gets moved out of the way a lot. He had this 15 and 11 game here with 4 blocks. He's definitely becoming better around the rim at defending it. And a bad game here, not sure what happened, but these 2 recent games here, the 22 and 15, which that's actually his career high in rebounds, and then he tied it again, 19 and 15 the following night, and then he had 4 blocks in that last game as well. Now this is all with Wendell Carter Jr. being injured. I think he has an eye injury or something, so this is Mo Bamba's first glimpse at getting starter minutes. You can see over here, 28 minutes, 30 minutes per game, and this is what he's finally doing. And one game was against the Celtics, so they're still competitive, even though they're having a underperforming season. They don't really have a big down low to intimidate them. And then one was Detroit. We know they're not very good as well, but man, Mo is looking like he's turning it around. And I got some other reasons, not just these recent numbers, why I'm looking into getting back into this guy. So let's go over to like his per 36, and this one's really zoomed in, so hopefully if you're watching on mobile you can see this. Where's it at? I'm zoomed in so close that I'm off center here, so let me move over here. Now I get it, when you look at the per 36 minute per game averages, every guy's numbers look ballooned, but look at Mo Bamba, man. I mean, 19 points, 13 rebounds, assists, and 3 blocks per game per 36 minutes for Mo Bamba. And it's like, Steve Clifford, I know Vucevic was good and Kim Birch was solid, but why were you not trying to develop this guy sooner? And I'm going to click off the per 36, go back to this page real quick on Basketball Reference. Let me scroll up. So look at these games. This is what screws up Mo's averages a lot here. A 4-minute game, 3 minutes, 13, 11. He had a 1-minute game where Steve Clifford just puts him in when it's a blowout. There's no chance of coming back. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Then he has 7 minutes. But all those times he just throws Mo Bamba in at the garbage of garbage time. He just was killing his stats, man. It's just ruined. It just makes the guy, it just devalues his stock more. So another reason too why I'm looking at Mo, so the Magic, they still got him for one more season here, so he's going to be making $7 million next year, and I don't see any reason why they've unloaded the whole roster. They really don't have anybody else to trade, so he should be a part of their plan. Wendell Carter Jr. is hurt so much. Even if they don't start Mo Bamba and they bring him off the bench, Wendell's so injury prone that it seems like Mo might end up starting at center next year with Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz, Chuma Okeke, and who knows, maybe they'll put Cole Anthony in the starting lineup too. So I think he's still going to be a big part of their picture. Even if he's off the bench, he'll still get solid minutes, or he may start due to Wendell's injuries if he doesn't outplay Wendell and get the starting position altogether. But with Steve Clifford, you never can tell because he doesn't seem to trust Mo. So we got him for one more year. I don't think they're going to trade his expiring. They may, and I think they could still extend him 1 year beyond that on his rookie contract. Now I'm going to switch gears and go into the next. So the Magic, they're down there with like the freaking Pistons and I think OKC, and I can't think of the other team, but they're the worst teams in the NBA. So there's a solid chance the Magic will get a top 5, probably top 6 pick, just about guaranteed at the rate they're going. So if you're looking at the screen here, so I'm not going to go into talk about each and every one of these prospects, but this is the NBA draft board for the top picks for next year's draft. So Cade Cunningham leading the way. The thing to look at here, Evan Mobley is the one and only center in the top 8 prospects as of now, because I do know that this gets adjusted like daily almost. When it comes to these prospects and, the draft positions. So then you got Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, 2 shooting guards, which the Magic really could use another shooting guard. Jonathan Kuminga is at power 4. We're good there with Jonathan Isaac. And then they have Keon Johnson, another shooting guard, Jalen Johnson, a small forward, and Davion Mitchell, a point guard. So only one center. So if the Magic end up in the lottery, they're very unlikely. I mean, they could take Evan Mobley, but this list adjusts around. But they have a lot of different guards they can choose to fill in the roster spots on this team. So again, no threat to Mo Bamba, even if the Magic do end up in the lottery with a top 3 pick or something. I still don't see anybody coming in and just taking all his minutes and opportunity away, unless for whatever reason they draft Evan Mobley, even though they already have 2 young blossoming centers with Wendell and Mo. So now I'm going over to his card prices here now, and his stock has been going up like crazy. So this is market movers here. I went ahead and buckled down and got this tool, but geez, I'm probably not going to buy into the PSA 10s right now, because anytime a guy has a couple good games, like we just saw this with Jordan Poole and Terrence Mann, their stocks go nuts on PSA 10s. They double. You can see it's up 40% here, and I believe this is over like a 14-day period that this is talking about. So yeah, it says, so the lowest sale just a while ago was at like $78 like 2 weeks ago, and then the highest at $185. So it shows the most recent here was $184, which I think was yesterday. Average 14-day sale price is $153, and then before it was around about $125. So his PSA 10s are already pricing up like crazy, but I'm gonna try and buy some silver prisms and just get them graded, either with and this is something new on the channel. I'm just trying to get some content out there while I'm waiting for my CSG and RCG submission returns. But look at this. I'm probably just, since these prices have gone so high, so crazy, I'm probably just gonna buy some silver prisms raw and look to get those graded, which that's a trial and error process. But I mean, he's on the rise, and this is kind of inflated at the moment. He's got to be a little more consistent, but I think the tools are there. I think he's getting his confidence, his jump shots falling more, his defense is better, and he's getting playing time. And I think he'll continue to get playing time next season. Now, I know off season could be something crazy, a lot of free agent signings and all that, but the Magic capped out when they bought Markelle Fultz and they paid Jonathan Isaac. And like I said, they've already blown up the team, so there's really no trade assets. So I think Mo Bamba's gonna be solidified to get a lot of run next year, and then they might extend him past that. So the market movers didn't have his base silver prism on here. So I just went to 130 point. The last transaction sold for 28. At one point I had like 19 silver prism Mo Bambas, but I started to lose faith in them over time. I sold them off a little here and there over the course of like 8 months, and I sold them off for around about 19 to 22 bucks. So at this point now, he's kind of surpassed that mark. You know, recent here 28, and there's a couple more down low for about the 25 range, but I'm thinking about picking some of those up and maybe some base prisms and getting those graded to the guy, because I truly, yeah, man, Mo's back on my radar. I mean, he's just too much of a prodigy with his length and his shooting ability to give up on. Like, I can't see teams giving up on him like Kevin Knox. Like, even if Steve Clifford didn't believe in him and he went to some other team would give him more run. I think he'd get more of an opportunity. He's just, his figure, man, he's just too long and can shoot too good. He's just got too much potential. But that's how I feel about Mo Bamba. I just wanted to get some content out there while we're waiting for all these graded card returns to come in. This is something a little different, something a little newer. I've never pulled up market movers and this type stuff. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this type of video, I can keep them coming. But everybody, stay safe, be blessed, keep on collecting.